All right, good morning. A little chair work, so a while back, before I really was messing with yoga teacher work, my yoga practice was still very young. I was teaching a yoga hybrid. I'm certified to teach a certain program. One of my clients was a retired gentleman. He was a former NFL player. Had some body issues. And also was early in dementia. And so it was an interesting and challenging assignment working with this gentleman, but it was also very rewarding. Uh, Early in our time together, he was a chair and a walker. He used a walker, used a chair, and that was it. So share just a little bit of what we did in the chairs. Uh, I better grab my blocks. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Sometimes these blocks are handy, even in a chair. See if we get to use them. Kind of reaching back in my memory banks here, what I did with this gentleman. Uh, the spine, 6 directions, and that can be done in a chair. But I like to get grounded in the chair, kind of like you get centered into your mat space. Well, the chair is our mat space. So, spend a few minutes finding your butt bones, your sit bones even into the chair, heels and balls of feet even into the floor. You can pick up toes, spread them, and drop them down into the floor. That works pretty good. You place hands on your knees and just kind of notice how your knees are directly over your ankles, and then feel your shoulders directly over your hips. And before we start getting into the spine, see if we can just bring the heart rate up just a little bit to kind of move blood and get our breathing steady. So let's take a breath in. Open your mouth and breathe out. Again, breathe in through your nose, down into your belly here, through the ribs, all the way to collarbones. Open your mouth, let it go. Yeah, now let's just settle this into a steady breath. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Breathe out for 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. 3, 2, 1. Breathe out. 3, 2, 1. Again in. 3, 2, 1. Let it out. 3, 2. Stay with this breath right here. Just sit and breathe. Feel your chair, hands on knees, knees over ankles, shoulders over hips. Eyes can be open, eyes can be closed. It's kind of what works best for you. Now you challenge this whole time we're in the chair. Stay with this smooth, steady breath. Just stay with that. Everything else secondary. Breath first. Feet are grounded. Just think about on my cue, pressing your heels down and back towards the chair. Taking a breath in. As you exhale, press the heels down and back. What do you feel? Back of your legs there? Just a little engagement, a little contraction. Continue to press as you breathe in. Release it as you breathe out. Probably going to repeat that about 3 times. We're just kind of hitting calves, backs of knees, hamstrings, and a little glute. And we'll go from the back of the thighs, the hamstrings, to the insides of the thighs. So just take your palms around inside of your knees, kind of like so. Think 2 motions at the same time. Hands are going to spread our knees. At the same time, we're using our legs to close our knees. So just as you breathe in, as you breathe out, press your hands into your knees into your hands, just a little bit. You may even feel shoulders, feel upper back. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Release as you exhale it out. Again, we're going to hit the inner thighs probably about 3 times, that same technique. Keep the feet grounded. We're going to move all the way to the top of the legs and do 1 leg at a time. Just drop your hands to your sides, and you feel those legs, the chair legs right there. Just go ahead and get a hold. Now you might want to bring your knees around front a little bit more. Now, my left is your right. Hold up your left hand. Hold up your right hand. Cool. Let's get into the tops of our thighs here. Quadriceps. Your left leg, just scooch the heel out in front of you a little bit and feel the back of your leg against the chair. Pull your toes back, just curling back towards your knee. Push your heel away a little more. And when you're ready, if you can, we're just going to straighten your left leg and let the heel hover. Straighten as much as you can. Breathe in. Exhale, straighten your leg, lift off. Take another breath in. 2, 3, 4. Release and breathe out. Swiggle your left foot back underneath your left knee. And then just swiggle your right foot out so your heel is down. Pull your toes back. Same thing. When you're ready, just, if you got to move your leg a little bit so the chair is in the back of your leg, do so. Again, butt is even in the chair. You got your hands holding on to those legs there of the chair. Big breath in. Exhale, straighten your right leg, heel coming on. Hold the leg as you breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Release and exhale to the floor. We'll go through that about 3 times. Now we'll just move to the outsides of our thighs. IT band. So again, make sure we got our feet below our knees. You can take a look. I'm just going to open my knees a little bit different than how it was when we were lifting our legs. Okay. Take your palms outside of your knees. Now a minute ago we were trying to pull our knees apart with our hands. Now we're going to use our hands to try to push our knees together. But use your strong legs to keep your knees apart. Move 2 things at once, right? Take a breath. Now exhale and press your hands against your knees against your hands. Feel that, the outside of your leg, your chest, maybe a little bicep, maybe a little forearm strength. Take a breath in. 2, 3, 4. Release and breathe come up a little bit. And as you just sit still, maybe you feel some sensation all around your upper legs, maybe a little bit down in the hip area. Let's open our spine up a little bit, some movement in the spine. So we're going to do front to back first. Spine moves forwards and backwards. So as you breathe in, sit up tall, look up a little bit, push your belly forward, drop your head back, take another breath in, lift your chest up. As you breathe out, just let your head drop back, just to where it feels right. Don't push anything, just feel something. On your inhale, come back forward, spine straight up and down. On your exhale, tuck your chin, round your shoulders forward. Think about putting the ribs, the front of your ribs, right down towards your hips. Inhale, come up, lift up, lift up, lift up. Exhale, look back. Inhale, coming right back up, looking forward. Breathe out, drop your chin, curl your ribs, look at the floor. Probably go through that flow about 3 times. Sensing a rhythm here, we're going with 3s. Spine moves side to side. So just drop your hands. And if it's comfortable, if it's doable, reach your left hand up. Maybe take a look at it and breathe in. As you breathe out, not so much lean, but just kind of bend to the right a little bit. Bring bring your right arm up and over, dropping your left hand down. Just somewhere to where you're feeling the right side of your body open. While you're here, maybe drop your eyes. See if that stretch moves to your back a little bit. And as you breathe in, just look up. If you can look at your elbow, see if the stretch moves across the front of your ribs a little bit. Take a breath in, come up straight. As you breathe out, drop your right hand. Reach your left hand up. Take a breath in. Maybe look up at your fingers. Maybe not. It just depends on your neck. Now, breathe out. Bring your left arm over. Not really leaning, just kind of bending, and drop your right hand down. So feel the left side of your ribs pulling away from your left hip. Maybe if you look down, you can feel that stretch just touching the back a little bit. And then maybe as you look up, you can look all the way at your elbow. Maybe you feel that stretch coming across your left chest. Breathe in, down the center. Breathe out, lower your hand. Again, 3 times. Now, the last thing we're going to do is twist our spine. Now, I'm not going to twist our hips. We're going to twist our spine. I want you to think about this left side of your belly is going to come around to where your belly button usually is. Just take your right hand and grab a hold of the leg of your chair again. Take your left hand and if you can, reach over and grab the outside of your right knee and notice you start to just turn a little bit. Breathing in, bring your chest up. Breathing out, use your strong left arm to kind of pull your right knee and rotate your eyes over towards your right shoulder. Maybe you don't look at your shoulder. It doesn't have to turn that far. Breathe in, lift your chest. Breathe out. Maybe a little more twist. Maybe stay where you're at. We're going to stay there for 3 breathing cycles. On the final exhale, that third exhale, we'll just turn back forward. Eyes, heart, belly button, forward. Drop your left hand, take a hold of the leg of your chair. Bring your right hand over. Maybe you can't reach your knee. That's okay. Maybe you can just get a hold of the thigh. Maybe you just wrap your fingers around the top of your thigh. We're just looking for a handle, something to help us make that turn. And as you grab, notice your heart starts to rotate to the left a little, yeah? And we'll always do, gravity is always curling us forward, so let's come up straight. Lift your ribs away from your pelvis. Take a breath, lift. And as you breathe out, just pull your right hand into your left leg and just turn a little bit. Nothing crazy. Remember, the right side of your belly is now coming around where your belly button needs to be. And take another breath and lift. This is our second breath. And as you breathe out, maybe you can turn your eyes a little more to the left, looking towards your left shoulder. This is our third breath in, lifting our chest, lengthening. And we want to breathe out and just rotate back forward. How's your neck? Okay, let's look at the neck a little bit before we move on. Think about your chin. Pretend your chin is a Sharpie. What's your favorite color? I like green too. It's a green Sharpie. You draw a circle. Maybe a little circle. Maybe a big circle. Maybe a really big circle. Turning into a whole lot of circles. Stop, eyes forward. Let's make another circle. Maybe a little circle. Maybe the circle gets a little bigger. Maybe it gets really big. Drawing circles. Stop, center. We might go through that 2, maybe 3 times. So just some simple things to do in the chair to get the body moving, the breath moving, center, a single focus of mind, looking at breath. Cool, yeah, that's what we got for this one.